Girl,
Everybody
it's
follow
packed
the one
out
line,
here tonight.
please. Follow the one line, please.
I told you.
IDs out. I need to see IDs. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to Park Ave.
Excuse me. Hello? Can you move? What? Excuse me. Oh my God. You ready to go? Girl, I've been ready.
Well, hey, girl, hey.
Oh, buenas noches.
How's your life? How's everything? I see you're on vacation.
I wasn't on vacation.
I did troll you a little bit this weekend.
Well, for those of you who have been worrying about my financial issues because I went to Vegas.
Listen, who don't have no job and go to Vegas and live a good life in Vegas?
You know, this Vegas trip was planned. And basically it was my friend. She's getting married in November.
Oh, it was a bridal.
It was a bachelorette party.
Bachelorette party.
It was a bachelorette party, and last year she got engaged. And about January, she said that she wanted to go to Vegas. We were actually wanting the group of friends that I'm in the circle with. We were actually wanting to go to Nashville. So we suggested, because she asked, what places do you think we should go?
You guys want to go to Tennessee?
Yes, we wanted to go to Nashville. And just because nobody's ever been there.
I heard Nashville's a good time.
And I heard it was a good time as well. So everybody was just gung-ho about it. So my good friend Lauren declared that Nashville was actually the murder capital of the United States.
Is it really?
No.
Okay.
And she basically just kind of shot down that suggestion, and she suggested Vegas. We were a little apprehensive about it. We didn't want to go to Vegas. I didn't want to go to Vegas. Vegas has never been one of the places that I said, that's where I want to go.
I think everybody should do Vegas at least once.
I agree. But it just never appealed to me. That whole party. Maybe like in my early 20s, it would have appealed to me because I was about that life. But now that I'm not about that party life, it didn't appeal to me. Mm-hmm. But needless to say, it was planned. It was agreed upon. We said, fuck it. You want to do it? That's what we're going to do. So it was taken care of back in early April.
So you had the funds then?
I didn't have the funds then. It was taken care of in early April.
Ooh, shit!
Well, I didn't have the funds to go to pay for all of
the functions.
What encompassed this trip. But needless to say, it was taken care of. Shout out to Jen. Love you, girl. My sponsor. So when I got laid off, I called my best friend Jen, and I was just like, hey, I don't know about this trip, man. I don't know about none of this.
I ain't got no money.
I ain't got no money.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
Shit's fucked up. Shit is real tight right now. And she was just like, well, it's already been paid for, so you might as well go, and blah, blah, blah. So she pretty much talked me out of not going. So we went, and I had a good time. I really wanted to go into the old Las Vegas, which is the Fremont area, is what people were telling me about. And I wanted to go to the Mob Museum. They have a Mob Museum out there. You know, I'm very heavy on culture and museums and shit. So I really wanted to go to the Mob Museum. But the way our Friday night was set up,
didn't make it.
It didn't make it. Saturday. Anyways, I mean, we had a good time. I suggested if we were going to Vegas, we need to see a show. And fortunately, Jennifer Lopez, which is somebody that I really, really love, she was performing she had a residency in Vegas, and her last show was Saturday night. So we went that Friday night. And
the movie scene.
When I tell you I got my fucking life,
I pictured us
together. Drums and dash, never thought it could possibly. When I tell you I got my fucking life, Ebony, I got my life.
Get right.
I got my life so much. This bitch came. Now, mind you, okay, so there was some levels to the place where we were at, and so there was the pit, which were people like standing room, and then there was like the second row where it was like the first row, and then it was like the second row. So we were on the second row, the first row. So I'm standing up. I'm at a concert. I'm
like,
seeing J-Lo.
I'm real.
Yeah,
You everything.
like, I was in that thing. So this bitch from way back up comes down. And mind you, I'm like, okay, so we're 16 rows in to the we're 16 rows in. I'm 16, right? So I'm right here. The entrance of the section is right here.
So she crawled over 15 people.
Over 15 people.
To tell you to sit down?
To tell me to sit the fuck down. I turned around because I just hear somebody, excuse me, miss. So I turned around, I said, what? And she's like, you need to sit down. We can't see past you. First of all, bitch, I'm skinny as fuck. You can see past me.
I don't like when people do that shit.
So I'm like, but I'm totally zoned into J-Lo, right? So she's telling me I need to sit the fuck down. So I'm looking at her like, well, bitch,
don't be fooled by the rock set. I got the music in the background. I'm just being for the
dancing. So I turned around and I looked at her. I said, well, ma'am, if you're so pressed about a seat, you should have got better seats. And I turned back around. I kept doing my thing. I kept jamming, right? I hear she coming back again. Ma'am, we can't see. You need to sit down. You need to sit down.
Loud. Just make it loud.
Let's get it loud. Now we can't see. Well, ma'am, stand up. You high up. Stand the fuck up.
Funny.
Girl, she came back.
So we're around ain't it funny at this point.
So I turned around. I said, ma'am, you need to take your ass on. Because I'm enjoying the show.
The narrow.
Yeah.
So are you?
And I shooed her away. Why
are you starting shit in Vegas?
First of all, I wasn't starting anything. I was gathering my fucking life. So then it was so funny because I'm like doing this. I'm like waving my hands in the air. I'm matching the dances. I just see a flashlight on me. And I can hear her. Sit down. And then so J-Lo was like, everybody up.
J-Lo felt you.
And I turned around and I said, bitch, she said everybody up.
Why is all this happening? Why nigga can't
I don't know why, but if you know what, I rolled with it. And then my friend, she was just like, wow, you handled that really well because I would have punched the bitch. And I said, see, I'm in Vegas. I already have charges against me. I have a record in Houston.
Listen, I don't need one in Nevada.
I don't need one in Nevada. I don't need to have to come back and fly back to Nevada
for a court case.
And
y'all them court cases last like a year.
I don't have time for that.
And you'll fly all the way out there just for them to change the date.
Just to change the date.
Just for them to tell you next month.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. I ain't got that kind of energy on me.
I got those.
So I said, the good Lord touched me. He said, Adrianna, be cool. Be cool. But other than that, it was cool. My friend almost got trafficked. So, Las Vegas is a trafficking ass city. Mm-hmm. They in the stalls at the airport, they have big old signs that say, if you are a victim of sex trafficking, here's the 1-800 number. And I was like, damn, it's really real out here. Girl, so we went to this one club and my friend, she was just doing her thing. And then all of a sudden, everybody just started walking towards the crowd. And she walked into the section. I'm like, yo, where Lauren going? Where everybody going? So they're like, oh, we got a section now. I'm like, damn, hoes get sections now? Okay. So we get into the section, and I just see nothing but dudes. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
What type of dudes?
It was like, they were like they were just creepy looking. Mm-hmm. I would say that. And so I felt uncomfortable. The space was really tight and small. I said, yo, I'm going back over there because there's more room. I can't function over here. So we all ended up going back. Mind you, it was 8 of us. So we all just went back. And so the next morning, I was just like, why did you go over there? Like, who did you know? Like, that was so random. She was like, well, some girl came up to me and told me that she needed more girls in her section and she thought I was cute. So she told me to go over there. I was like, Lauren, you almost got sex trafficked. Dog.
Girl, you about to be on somebody's video camera.
Like, you almost got sex trafficked, girl.
About to drink
and the reason why you didn't was because I saw 8 other bitches behind you. But Other than that, it was a great time. My feelings got hurt because I ordered a pizza through room service. It was $30.
Room service get you. You crazy.
But on the menu it said 18.
No,
so I thought I had it.
No, because
I thought I had it.
They charge you a percentage for delivery. They charge you an automatic tip.
They charge you for breathing.
Yeah, they do.
So
they charge you a delivery fee for them to take the elevator up to your floor.
I was hurt because
so that $12 sent you back. That $12 put you back.
Bitch, that $30 put me back.
Well, we said 18, so the 12. It was the extra 12 that took you.
Bitch, it took me. It took me to the grave.
The 12 took you.
Bitch. So, like, I called back to, I ordered the pizza and I was like, yeah, make it extra crispy.
You got specific.
Yeah, I got real specific. I said pepperoni, cheese, make it real cheesy, extra crispy. The lady was like, okay, you want a small or large? I said, give me a small. How many slices is the small? They said 8. Give me a small, sis.
Perfect.
Because it's perfect. That's
perfect.
I
just need a slice, really.
I just need a slice, but that's beautiful. So then she was like, okay, great. It'll be $29.50. So I hung up the phone, and then I was just like, whoa, $29.50. Did she say that right? Did she say $19.50?
That $11.50 took you out. That $11.50?
So I said $18.19. So I called back, and I was just like, hi, yes, I just ordered a pizza for room 1042, and I just wanted to make sure I heard the price correctly. Was it 19 or did you say 29? She said, oh, no, 29. I said, okay, thank you. So I looked at my best friend, and I said, say, man. We're gonna have to go half on this pizza. We're gonna have to do something on this pizza because that $30 is hurting my feelings right now.
That $11.50 almost got you out.
It took me out. And so she was like, oh, don't even worry about it. I got it. I said, blessings. I'll buy you a drink tonight. Then I bought her a drink. This shit was like $40. Bitch, I'm just like,
broke ass in Vegas this weekend. What was your broke ass in Vegas living a life?
I was just like, damn. Let's take all my little life savings.
I was on your IG comments.
Look,
being
I
annoying.
was just like, and you weren't the only person because I got several text messages talking about why you in Vegas. I thought you ain't had no job. And I'm just like, this shit been paid for.
Nah, because I see that shit. I remember you telling me you was going to Vegas. Like, I remember the story, but it just didn't really register.
Yeah.
So then I just happened thinking you was in Houston, and I see Vegas, hashtag Vegas. I'm like, bitch in Vegas. How my employed ass is in Houston, and her broke ass is in Vegas. How's this working out? And then it just made it extra funny, because it's like all the fucking footage you had, and I'm like... So I started being annoying and started harassing you.
Bitch,
I literally
talking about money bags.
Listen, every time Adrianna posted something, I put like hashtag cash money or money bags.
Bitch, I had put views, but I was being sarcastic of my hotel room because the hotel room.
But I told you it looked like money.
No, bitch, that looked like we got the short end of the stick. We registered for the hotel room late.
Nigga, you still was in Vegas this weekend without no job. You seen J-Lo.
It was already paid for, people. Shit. My good folks. When you pay for a trip 6 months in advance and then you get laid off in that 5th month, sometimes it's like, either way, it's a loss.
So you might as well roll.
So you might as well just roll with whatever it is that you paid for, and that's what I did. That's the decision that I made.
Were you stressed out when it was drink times and shit?
Bitch, I was stressed.
Were you in Vegas?
Because I was like, you know what?
So you was getting drunk in your hotel room because you couldn't afford to get drunk on the
I couldn't even afford the beer out there, bitch. That shit was like $12.
That's what that $11.50 sent you back.
Bitch! I was just like so done with Vegas. That third beer for $11.50, I was just like, y'all are trying it with me.
And I'm
because
not even
I could buy 3 beers for $10 at my corner store by my house.
You know what pissed you off about like being broke and trying to be drunk? You don't even be buzzed.
No,
you be like stressed out.
No, because I'm like, yeah. So I'm really trying to be tight. I knew I was gonna have to spend some money at dinner on Saturday night, but I said, you know what?
Ordered a side salad.
No, I ordered a lobster.
Okay.
I said, you know what? If I don't have my rent this week, fuck it. I've been late. I've been late before. It's not a big deal. I don't give a shit. I'm going to eat this lobster and lo mein.
And enjoy it.
And I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have a glass of wine. I was looking for the cheapest one, but I had it. had the cheapest one. You better believe it.
Jesus
I
Christ.
said house. But their house is still $16.
I get house, that's $20, huh?
Yeah. But nonetheless, I ate very well. I tried to hurry up and eat a lot of snacks before we went to dinner.
What the fuck? Y'all broke asses in Vegas this weekend. Lord Jesus.
But I did have fun. I don't necessarily. We went to this club called One Oak. That was interesting. That was probably like the highlight of my night because this guy, we were standing at like this little thing, I don't know what it's called, but it's like where you stand, you can overlook the dance floor
banister.
And all it was a little banister. So there's this group in front of us, and it was a guy. I thought the motherfucker was having sex with this girl because, her dress was hiked up. She was riding that motherfucker like a cowgirl, like going like this, like just like
getting her
humping,
life.
like getting her life. So it was an Asian girl and then a Mexican looking dude. She was riding the fuck out of him. I really thought they was fucking. So I'm like watching. I'm like, yo, watch this. So I'm watching them. So the security guard, they come, they grab her, they tell her, hey man, you gotta get out the section. So they kicked her out the section. So she's just like, oh shit. So she's like trying to dance real provocative because it's like an open space and you can see people. So she's like trying to dance real provocative and like shaking her hair and like, trying to get his attention. So then up comes this other bitch. She got these high-waisted pants on, this crop top, and she's just like real serious and she's like looking at him and she's like pointing at him and I'm like, damn, this nigga's in a love triangle.
Oh.
So, he's like kind of blowing her off. Mind you, he was fucked up, but he was like blowing her off and then the other girl walks away. So the first girl, she was like still like dancing and like trying to get his attention, and then he turns around and he goes to some other girl and he's like grinding on her for like maybe 5 minutes, and he turns around and the other bitch with the high-waisted pants comes back and she's like telling him something, and then he's like trying to pull her close and like kiss her, and she pushes the fuck out of him.
Wow.
And I'm just like, what? Like, it's like a girl, I'm dying laughing. And so I call him Eddie. Because, I don't know the nigga name. Yeah. So I was just like, look at Eddie over here just acting a fucking fool. So then it was like two other bitches that were like trying to get his attention. In my mind, I'm thinking maybe he's a drug lord. They know.
A pimp.
I think he was a drug lord. Like, they know who he is. They know he got money. He's in a private section with only another person. He has to have some type of money, and the sections only go for like $1,400. So he in the other section he's in the section that some girls came in. So he starts dancing with this girl. So the high-waisted pants girl, she's like smoking her cigarette and she's like watching him and just real pissed the fuck off. So then the other girl, the Asian girl, comes up to the bouncer and she's trying to push the bouncer out the way to get in the section. Like, it was just like all of this stuff.
That's a whole lot.
It was a lot, but it was so funny. So then the motherfucker takes off his shirt. Eddie takes off his shirt and he starts twirling it around and he starts dancing, and then the bouncer's just like, hey man, you gotta put your shirt back on. And so I'm like yelling, Eddie, put your shirt back on. I said, hey man, put your shirt back on, you gonna get kicked out the club. So then you could just see that mind you, he was like real skinny and like he was probably like maybe my height, and Eddie was like real tall. And so you could tell he was getting frustrated. So the bouncer, you could tell he was like, man, I need some backup. I need backup. So another motherfucker comes in. He was like, hey, man, you need to put on your fucking shirt. So Eddie was like, oh, yeah? So he starts dancing on the bouncer. And I tell you, it was like that was like the highlight of my night.
I cannot take it.
It was the highlight of my night because Eddie started he started dancing on that bouncer, and the bouncer was just like, bro, put your fucking shirt back on. And then like Eddie would take a nap. He would lay on the couch and fall asleep.
Eddie was drunk as shit.
But anyways, all in all, I didn't get to see everything I wanted to see in Vegas, but
you was broke anyway, so the fact that you was in Vegas was a lot. You made it to Vegas. That was a lot.
Needless to say, I did have a good time.
That's good.
I could probably live without going back to Vegas for a second time, I would only go back to Vegas just to go to the Mob Museum and go to the Fremont area. I think we were in the bougie area.
Okay.
We weren't in, because I heard the Fremont area is the more economical area. We just never made it out there.
That's why you want to go out there. Okay.
Yeah, and then also we went to a drag show, which was amazing. Their drag brunch. The brunch was alright, but at Senior Frogs they have a drag brunch and amazing. I mean, these bitches can do flips on the like this one bitch. I mean, she was the big one. She did this backflip and she landed on stage. I stood up and I applauded her. Like, that shit was amazing. I mean, their makeup was beautiful. Their everything was. I mean, they were popping it and dropping it and high kicking and high heels. I was just like, damn, they doing it better than I could.
That's good.
But anyways, that was that. So that's what's cool in the city. Vegas on a budget. Without a job. It's fun to a certain extent. Just don't order room service. Don't get a pizza. Just go to like find a Little Caesars, do a $5 hot ready. Don't go call in room service because your feelings will get
you
hurt.
a bottle before.
Get you go to Fremont, get you a cheap bottle, bring it back to your hotel, and just enjoy that like that. Like that's how you enjoy Vegas
on a budget.
Got it. Like unless you are spending somebody else's money. Go the penny slot machines. I won 82 cents. I didn't really cash it in because I thought it would be a little embarrassing to be like, hey.
Yeah, that is. Thank you for not doing that.
So, but needless to say, what's cool in the city, Vegas. I had a great time. I was drunk. Mm-hmm. Pretty much most of the time.
Well, that's good. I'm happy you had a good time.
I did. I wish the limo that we took had a sunroof.
I'm in Vegas.
I wanted to do all of that, but we didn't. But I'm glad that me and my friends didn't get kicked out of our hotel because normally we do have issues with hotels and they want to kick us out. So,
well, that's good. You didn't get kicked out.
I didn't get kicked out. But that's that.
Well, guys, this week my Woman Crush Wednesday goes to Claudine.
Claudine
is a 1974 classic movie. It stars Diane Carroll and James Earl Jones. Mm-hmm. Claudine's my Woman Crush Wednesday because she had 6 kids and still found a nigga to be with her. So let that be your inspiration when your baby daddies try to keep y'all and say nobody's gonna want you because y'all have kids because you have kids. That's a lie. Claudine had 6. So we meet a motherly Claudine.
How old was she though?
Claudine looked like she could have been in like her early 40s. I don't really know how old she was.
With 6 kids, I can see that.
Yeah, but like you could tell they had different daddies and stuff. Well, Claudine was like in the projects, really couldn't afford nothing, so she like cleaned house because it's 1974. So she used to go into like the suburbs and clean houses for like these white people. Mm-hmm. But the thing was, she was on government assistance, and I don't know how government assistance work like now, but I'm assuming back in the day it was very strict because the thing was she wasn't allowed to have a job. She wasn't allowed to get money from anybody. And if she did, they would deduct it out of her government assistance. Mm-hmm. And the government assistant lady used to come to Claudine's house all the time, making sure like she being a bum bitch. Mm-hmm. Basically, like if you get any help, we're gonna kick you off. So you need to stay. Well, I guess that's how it works now. You need to stay a bum bitch for the rest of your life in order to get these benefits. So Claudine meets this guy, James Earl Jones character, Rupert, and Rupert works as well in the suburbs. I think he's like a trash guy, and they meet. And they start having this relationship, which always kind of threw me off because, like, Claudine had spent the night at his house. I'm like, bitch, you got 6 kids at the house. Like, go home. But whatever. So they start dating, and then she was like, you know, I got 6 kids. And at first he was like, 6 kids? But then he ends up, well, the kids didn't really like him, but then they end up becoming a family. And, you know, they celebrated his Father's Day. And then they end up, well, it kind of broke up a little bit. He kind of ghosted her a little bit because he was going through some shit. But then he came back, and then they got together, and they lived happily ever after with her 6 kids. In the project. So just let Claudine be an inspiration to you that, you know, when your baby daddy tell you nobody gonna want you because you have a kid, he lying. Claudine had 6 and found love. So that's why she's my woman.
In a hopeless place.
In a hopeless place. They like in New York or something or Chicago, like one of them type of cities. And you know, I stand for Claudine. Good times. I like hope. I like Diane Carroll. The soundtrack is bomb. Curtis Mayfield actually was like the producer to the soundtracks, and Gladys Knight and the Pips did all the songs.
Bless.
That's back in the day when they'll get one artist to do the whole album. So Gladys is all up and through there with the Pips. So shout out to Diane Carroll. She's a legend. She played like the first lead in like a black show back in the day. I think it's called Julia, if I'm not mistaken, as like a RN or something. But you know, just don't let nobody tell you that you can't get no man because you got kids. Claudine had 6. And then her daughter ends up pregnant at the end of the movie. So it's safe to say she had 7 because her daughter was like a kid, like a teenager. So it's safe to say she had 7 because she was going to have to raise that baby as her own. So just let that be inspiration to you, that no matter how many kids you got, how many baby daddies you got, don't let them niggas tell you you can't find love.
You can.
You definitely can.
Agreed. So
that's that on that. Shout out to Diane Carroll, you legend. So this week, so lately, Insecure did this episode called Ghost Like, where Issa Rae got ghosted by the guy Nathan. And then ever since then, like, ghosting has been all up across my timeline, every which way. And, you know, so I thought it would be fun to have this episode, We Recover from Being Ghosted. So I'm looking for it now because I have the official definition, but I don't know where I put it.
You sent it to me.
I did. Wait for it. Okay, so ghosting. When a person cuts off all communication with their friends or the person they're dating with 0 warning or notice beforehand. You mostly see them avoiding the friend's phone calls, social media, and avoiding them in public. So, yeah. Ghosting is a terrible thing.
I've ghosted, but I acknowledge people in public.
Me and my friend had a conversation today about ghosting because I've been ghosted before, and she was like, well, you've ghosted. I think the difference between like on the show Insecure, he ghosted her, but I think the issue with like male ghosting girls versus girls ghosting men, a lot of women, when we ghost people, it's like we met you maybe once or twice and we just stopped answering your phone calls. On Insecure, and what happened to me was a nigga basically made me involved in the situation and gave me all these hopes and dreams and then ghosted me. So, because I feel like you ghost people all the time. I'm like, not really, because it's not a real connection. Like, if I don't answer your phone call and we met like on Saturday and I stopped answering your phone calls on Tuesday, I'm like, I don't really feel like that's like an official ghost, nigga. We don't know each other, nigga. I'm invisible anyway.
What
nigga,
if you went on like 2 or 3 dates?
It depends what type of connection you were having. Were you texting all day? Because see, what happened to me was I knew this guy. He wanted to date me, and he made it clear. And like he like rushed it too, like, you need to be my girlfriend, and we're gonna get married and have kids. I'm like ready to sign on the dotted line and go down to the justice of the peace. Like that. No, like that. Like,
how old were you?
This was like 2 years ago. This wasn't even that long ago. Yeah, this ain't one of them stories.
He told you.
No, this ain't even one of them stories where I'd be like, oh, about 12 years ago. No, bitch, yesterday. No, bitch.
Oh, no.
No, bitch, 48 hours ago, bitch.
Oh, no. So what did it...
So I was apprehensive because he had like a baby mama and they had like kids together. And I was like, I told my homegirl back home, I was like, nah, I really don't know. My homegirl's like, no, you know, you guys are older now, and he always liked you. And my homegirl sold him up, and I never let her forget that she sold this nigga up. So I'm like, you know what, you're right. He's still cute. He's still out here popping. He got, you know, a job. He making coins. I like a coin. And he's still attractive. Okay, we'll give it a whirl. Gave it a whirl, but the thing was, I could have been okay with just chilling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have been okay with just kicking it for a while. I was totally fine with that. But he, like, put me in a car and hit gas on my ass and was like,
I'm ready.
I'm ready. You need to get ready because I'm ready. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't really know if I'm ready, but what type of girl denies, like...
He's a man that finds a wife, finds a good thing.
Right. So that's it. So like, you're like, if I'm missing out on my opportunity, like,
right. Is this my blessing? Is this
the blessing?
Is this the blessing?
Like, I'm on the phone with my mama talking about how I'm about to move back home and we about to have these babies. My mama's like, you want to move back to Orlando? Like, my mama was not even buying this shit. Mom was just like, oh, okay, girl.
Ready to give it all up.
Everything up. And my mom kind of was like, my mama didn't even really buy into it. She'll listen to me, but My mom's one of the people, when she approves of something, you know she's approving of it.
Right.
When she's not, either she's just like, she'll tell you, or she'll just listen to you and be like, okay, anyway, so I went grocery shopping today at Publix, and she'll go on a tangent about something that don't mean nothing. So I'm ready to give it all up. So he came to Houston, great times. We consummated. It was popping.
Consummated.
He goes back home. He goes back home because he's from my home. He's from my home state. He's from Florida. So, we still talking. It's everything's fine. Everything's great.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I'm sending
you
wedding
purchased
dresses.
the dream.
I'm sending him wedding dresses. Wedding dresses.
Oh!
It's
You want
deep.
pictures with a pinboard, with a board, wedding
I know, he's
ideas.
like, what type of wedding dress would you wear? I'm like, I think I'm a bit hippie, flowy, like probably cascade my hair, but nigga, I'm playing the whole wedding, It's just gonna be, I want all the girls to wear white, all the guys to wear black with red, red, blood red roses. Y'all can't, bitch, don't take my idea. But so I'm like, I'm wedding ready. I'm in it.
Knee deep.
I'm nigga, knee deep, bitch, I'm drowning. Knee deep, bitch, I can't swim. I'm drowning, bitch. What you mean? Knee deep. No, nigga, I'm struggling. Give me a floaty, bitch. I need a noodle.
I'm going under.
I'm over here. I'm by the Titanic. What you mean? You knee deep, nigga. I'm by the Titanic. That ain't knee deep, nigga. I'm like 30 feet under.
Oh my god.
Nigga, I'm at the bottom when
You're trying to
I'm
froggy style.
Yeah,
Trying to swim.
Bitch, I'm down there with a snorkel. No, what's not the snorkel? What's the one?
Scuba.
Yeah, I'm in scuba
diving.
gear.
Yeah.
I'm in scuba gear at this point. That's how deep I'm in. I need scuba gear. This is how I need oxygen deep. I'm down at the bottom of the floor. You know how they say the floor of the ocean? That is me. I'm down
Sitting. Because you refuse.
Indian style. I'm planted at the bottom. Cause I'm motherfucking ready. So fast forward, everything's so right. This nigga says good morning every morning.
You're beautiful. Good morning, beautiful.
How you know?
Are you him, niggas?
Are you him?
Niggas?
Nigga, are you him?
I know how niggas operate.
Everything.
That good morning, beautiful.
So I should have known something was gonna go left. I'm sorry. This is not funny. I was really sad about this. I should have known something was gonna go left. I was minding every morning he texts good morning. And one day he didn't. And I'm a firm believer, niggas are a creature of habit and they don't even realize they're creatures of habit. When you start talking to somebody, they put you on their time schedule.
Right.
So they don't even realize that they put you on their time schedule.
Right.
They're gonna text you the same time or around the same time every day. And usually it's around their schedule. So whenever they get up, you're gonna get a good morning text. Whenever they go on lunch break is when they're gonna try to call you. It's like they set you up. It's kind of like, it's like this. I forgot who actually did it, but this guy used to ring a bell and make the dog salivate.
That's that Pablo's law. So he rang the bell and he would feed the dogs.
And then he started ringing the bell and not feeding the dogs.
Yeah, and they would salivate.
Yeah.
So Pablo's law.
So basically, they just do that to you, not knowing they're actually doing that. Like, or they're doing it to themselves. They're doing it, not knowing they're doing
what
it.
they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get up and I'm like, it can't be morning. I see the sun.
It's 10 a.m.
The sun's out. It looks like it's morning, but I don't have no good morning text. So it can't be morning because something is off. Because I get a good morning text around the same time every day. So it must be the same. It must be 5 o'clock because it can't be morning. I must have missed morning. Or my phone must be broke. So I'm texting my phone.
Yeah.
Hey, can you text my phone? It must be broke because I usually get a good morning text.
Right.
Something's
It
off.
must be off.
Let that go. So a couple let that go. I knew they didn't know. That goddamn good morning. Them good morning texts will tell them. When a nigga drop off on that good morning text, know something is up. Something's shifting. The world is moving.
Something's shifting.
Something's shifting. You gotta.
It's something, ladies.
Something
ladies.
Simple. If you say good morning,
from day one, all the time.
Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, honey. Good morning, how's your morning?
Babe. How are you?
If you 50 days strong on a good morning and that nigga don't send a good morning on the 51st.
51st? Yep.
Something's up.
Something's up.
Something's shifting.
There's a switch.
Something shifting.
Something switched.
That it might not be a whole bitch. It might be something simple. But trust me, there's still a shift, sis. So he was supposed to be coming for Valentine's Day. So he got this ticket. He showed me. He sent me a text of this ticket.
I know where this is going.
I see the ticket.
I know where this is going.
Okay, so I'm looking at the ticket. Florida to Texas. Okay, boop time. Bloop, 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 bloop. Boom. I'm like, okay, because why would a nigga send a whole ticket?
Right. If he doesn't intend to fly it.
Right.
Right.
I'm just confused.
Why would you do that? You have
his name was on the ticket. I remember
everything.
verifying it.
Yeah.
I see all this information.
The flight was verified.
So you can't. Why would you ghost someone when you have a plane ticket? That just doesn't.
It doesn't make sense.
So why would I be insecure about that day?
Because 2 + 2 = 4.
It does.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, Valentine's Day, because I got the ticket,
right.
so I know he coming. So I'm like, all right, I hit y'all with like a Beyonce onesie.
So what did you have prepared for him?
I hit y'all with that Beyonce see-through onesie.
Uh-huh.
Boobs was up, see-through crotch out.
Wow.
Popping.
Wow.
You
How
know?
was your hair?
I had a bob at the time, so it was cute little bob.
Swoop.
I like a good swoop.
Okay.
That's when I was rocking like a blondish.
Like it was kind of like.
No, I'll show you a picture. It's like a swoop, but it was like I had a bob at the time,
okay.
which I think I'm actually about to get back, but neither here nor there. So then I was just like, I'm gonna cook this bomb ass meal.
What you cook?
I had smothered chicken. Mind you, I had to see. The thing is, I can cook. I just don't like to cook. So I went all Southern out. I went grandma out. Like I went macaroni and cheese out. I went greens out. I went smothered chicken out. I went cornbread out. I cooked the fucking Thanksgiving meal. I was up at 6 a.m. because I got this plane ticket that says
indicated
he's going to be here at 1.
Right.
Right. I had an arrival time.
Yes, you had an arrival time.
I did.
So you knew.
I knew
when to have your food ready.
Yeah, it was like I woke up at 6 a.m. like Thanksgiving, like my grandma. I was here with my hair wrapped because I had the swoop and the bob.
So you had left the wrap in.
Like my grandma. Yeah, I was like cooking in like a dirty maxi dress like my grandma.
You had it. You was prepared.
I was like, right, I'm gonna cook this food and I'm gonna air the house out so it don't smell like the food because when you cook that Southern food, it like seeps in the air. And then I was gonna take a shower and be like, boop, boop, be bomb. Because I got a plane ticket that says I'm gonna be here at 1. I just need y'all to understand that there's a plane ticket involved. I'm not insane. I'm not crazy.
You had the validation saying the arrival time.
Yes, I'm not wilding. The plane.
Did he check a bag?
He was checking the bag, so, and then it
so
was
he didn't have a carry-on. He didn't do a carry-on.
No, because he had paid for it.
Right.
Yeah, it was on there.
Oh,
and I'm like, okay, cool.
So he checked the bag, so it's gonna be at least 20 minutes at the little road, little thing for the bag.
Yeah,
right.
I had it all planned out, and I'm like, okay, and this airline is one I've used, so I know it exists. this airline does exist, so I know this. Because this can't be fake.
It can't. It just couldn't possibly be.
Okay, so end it all. Because now I have all this proof. Now I get a phone call. I'm on my way to the airport. Who am I to think somebody's lying about going to the airport? If somebody calls you and says, I'm going to the airport, and I have a plane ticket, let's always remember that. The bottom line is
there was a pickup time. There was a pickup time.
So I'm like, I look at my little watch. Okay, that's perfect because your flight leaves, so you probably gonna get there probably like an hour before. Yeah. It all makes sense. I'm like, cool,
perfect.
Because why would you go somebody with a plane ticket?
Gotcha.
I get a phone call like 30 minutes later. Got pulled over. I was like, all right, cool. So what's going on? He's like, oh, he's just going to give him a ticket. Okay, cool. You left your house early, so you got time
to get through security.
You have time to get through security.
This was pre 9/11 or post 9/11?
This is definitely post 9/11. This is yesterday. It was post 9/11, nigga.
So security was a little tight.
This was earlier today.
Oh, okay. So security was tight.
Yeah.
So
it was, but he still had time. Because he was already where he got pulled over at. I'm familiar with the area, so I'm like, oh, the airport right there. You actually could get out the car and walk to it, but neither here nor there.
Right there. Right.
So I get a phone call back, and I'm like, okay, so you got pulled over, and he's like, yeah, I got pulled over. Basically, they found weed in the car, but I'm still gonna make it to the airport. A little off. Okay. Off.
That's trouble.
That was
troubling. That was red flag.
That was a red flag. But at the time, I'm like, huh? But I'm just like kind of like discombobulated. I had cooked all morning.
Right. He was trying to unwrap your hair.
I was trying to unwrap my hair. And I'm just like, okay, nigga, do whatever. But whatever. Just let me know when you get on the flight. And hang up the phone. And then I get another call back and was like, well, I missed a flight, but they have another flight coming. Now, once again, I don't think somebody's lying because I seen a plane ticket and I do know if you miss your flight,
you can adjust it.
You can adjust it. So this is the thing. If you were going to ghost, that would have been the opportunity to be like, I didn't miss the flight. I'm not coming.
Right. But you said that you can make another flight. Wow.
Okay. So who am I not to believe you if you said, and I know how the airlines work.
You can get another flight.
Nigga called back with an extra confirmation. Oh, I'm going to fly from here to Chicago. Then they'll take me here to Texas. I'm going to get there by midnight. Okay.
What time was it? About
1 o'clock. It was 1 p.m. So.
Okay. So Chicago. So. Okay, that's weird, but
a layover. So I didn't think that was odd because I do
fly north and south.
That's happened.
Flying straight south.
No, but
so it does happen.
No, because when I flew back home from Texas before, they stopped me in like North Carolina, and then I went down to Orlando. Okay. So I wasn't even questioning
the flight's route.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
12 a.m. This was 1.
This is 1 p.m. I'm not tripping.
Okay.
Nothing.
Right.
I was just like,
cool.
You
gotta push it back.
Because I seen this original plane ticket that was
so
purchased. So I just refuse to believe that a nigga will purchase a ticket to ghost me. That sounds fucking ludicrous.
It's ludicrous. Absolutely.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, midnight comes.
Okay. So no phone call, no correspondence.
I'm in here like Beyonce. I'm in my penthouse half naked. I cooked this meal for you naked. Where the hell you at? I'm like that Beyonce right now, right?
Did you put the food in the oven to keep it warm?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna leave it on. I'm gonna leave it here, and then I'm gonna heat it up closer to the time.
Right.
I'm in this penthouse half naked.
Right.
I cooked this meal for you naked. Like I'm here. That's where I'm at. So midnight comes, nothing. I call his phone, nothing. I'm like, okay, maybe.
Did it ring or did it go to voicemail?
It went to voicemail. So you're on your flight.
You're on your flight.
You're
still on the airplane.
Airplane mode.
It's still
descending?
It's landing.
Landing. Okay.
You're landing. Taxiing, is that what that is? Taxi?
Listen.
I'm not too sure of I don't know the lingo.
I'm just gonna assume that your phone's on airplane mode.
They're landing.
Life happens. I understand stuff.
You didn't turn your airplane mode off.
I got it, and that's cool.
Getting your bag out of the overhead.
Yeah,
First thought was never to put your phone on.
Even though the second they tell me I can put my phone on, my phone is on. Like my phone's in my hand.
When I hear that, ding, okay, so I need to go ahead and
I need to text you. You usually text the person, like, I'm here, because you want them. You want to make sure
the ride is there.
Yeah, because people try you when they pick you up from the airport. They be trying you because they always late because they always assume the plane gonna be late. So you always have to text a nigga to let the nigga know
while you still in the air.
Yes.
While they hit that. Fasten your seatbelt. We're about to descend into landing.
Basically, when you calling somebody, you're telling them to leave their house because them niggas lying. They ain't never left their house yet. They waiting for you.
Facts.
Niggas will pick you up from the airport. Do not leave their house until you call them.
Guilty.
Niggas ain't shit, but that's okay. So,
but you was there. You would have been there.
There, right. So now we're going into the next day. Because midnight he's not there. Like that's that. One goes by, 2 goes by, 3. Now I can't sleep because I'm like, what happened? So now I'm not even getting good. I'm getting and when I start getting frustrated, I'm getting frustrated and I'm breaking out into sweat. My stomach hurts.
Right.
So then I'm like, because I just refuse to believe a nigga would just go through all that just to ghost you.
Right.
So now we're running into the next day. So I call my homegirl and I tell her about it. And she was just like, I don't know, that sounds really weird. Well, this is the savvy thing about the internet.
You could check the flights.
I didn't know the exact flight for that flight, but the thing about I didn't know that flight.
Right.
But I do know that when you sign into Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, it shows when you log in.
Right.
Okay, so I'm calling you. Now your phone's actually on. So I'm assuming you're someone walking around fucking Houston. The fuck you at?
Right.
So, and then I see that you're active on Facebook. Not like posting active, but
Active 5 minutes ago.
Active 5 minutes ago. Yes, that exactly. So I'm like, something still got to be up because why would you do, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So it's just like, well, why would you do that? So you're I'm still in a space of worry. I'm not
okay?
Yeah.
Did your plane disappear? Because planes disappear all the time.
Right. I'm like I'm watching CNN thinking some shit happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that shit must have crashed. Let me go look on the news. Google Delta flights that just crashed.
Right. Nothing popped up.
I'm Googling your motherfucking name and shit.
Right. Nothing pops up.
Nothing. I'm on Twitter putting in Delta flights to Chicago and shit.
Nothing pops up.
Nothing. No, hashtag Delta. Hashtag Chicago. Hashtag Florida Delta Chicago. Hashtag Florida, Illinois, Texas, Delta flight.
Hashtag flight.
I'm hashtag black man on a plane. Bitch, I'm like deep in this shit.
Yeah, you looking, you searching, you trying to find answers.
There's steps to the ghosting feelings. Your first few hours, you're nervous. You don't even know you're ghosted.
Right.
The first couple of hours, you don't even realize you're ghosted. So you're going through life just fine. A
Right.
few hours into it, you go into worry because it's not like the person.
Right. Because you're used to the good morning.
Yeah, it's not
The
like
good
the
morning
person.
text,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like, no, something must be wrong because this doesn't make any sense. And then you start going into like fury, which is where I got. So
This is where we're at. We're at fury.
yeah, we're sliding right into fury. So by this time, my homegirl, we noticed that he is signing in, and I send a message because my homegirl's like, don't send no message because he'll know that he's on there. I'm like, no, I'm gonna send a message because if I send a message and he like cuts it off,
You know.
he did that. So I messaged the Facebook. All of a sudden, just nothing on Facebook. Like he and the thing is, it's your cell phone sometimes that logs you in. Like it'll show like a little cell
Absolutely.
phone. So he logged out of like Facebook from his cell phone, so it wouldn't pick up him being on Facebook. So I'm like, still off, but I'm still in disbelief because how?
Maybe his phone got stolen.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
Maybe something happened.
You know, maybe I know Florida has a lot of gators. Maybe a gator has his phone.
And the tongue on the gator
I
may have pressed the security code.
I've heard Chicago's very violent. Maybe it was a shootout at the airport.
Who knows? MS-13.
I don't.
They're all out there.
Just anything.
Anything could happen.
Anything can happen. Life is crazy.
It is.
'Cause
And
I
it
just
comes
know-
at you really fucking fast.
I just know this nigga with this goddamn plane ticket ain't finna motherfucking ghost me. This plane ticket's really heavy on my motherfucking soul. It's this plane ticket that got me. So the thing was, right before Valentine's Day, I had a cousin my cousin got murdered.
Right.
And so I was actually going home. So he was coming like a couple of 2 or 3 days within that week, but I was flying back home like that Thursday and Friday because I had to go to the funeral. So I end up just nothing. I end up calling his mom because in the worry state, I thought something happened. So I hit his mom. Mind you,
that's natural.
So now I'm going through Facebook, going through friends and shit to find his mom. Found his mom because I knew her name.
Right.
And I messaged her and she hits me back. She's like, "Oh my God, I thought he was there in Houston." What's wrong? Like,
wow.
So now she's worried.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, so now he's not ghosting me because his mom don't even know where he at. And she was like, I'm gonna go to his house and like, I guess like I'll hit you up. When she never hit me back up, I was like, oh, that nigga's home. Because it's not like she hit me back up and be like, well, do you know any more information? Like, if that nigga was missing, she would have hit me back up to like try to confirm something. Like, did you know his plane ticket?
He was going?
Blah, blah.
Did you know the connecting flight?
Nothing. And mind you, he said he got pulled over. Like, I'm deep in it to the point where I had my homegirl online. We looking at arrest records because the last thing I know he got pulled over too.
Right. And he said he had weed in the car.
Yeah. So
that's a problem.
Because I refuse to believe that you bought this plane ticket. I hate to bring it back to this plane ticket. I genuinely do.
I mean, he sent you everything was documented.
A plane ticket, nigga. A plane ticket.
With your name on it.
A plane
and
ticket.
arrival time.
Arrival time. You had arrival time. So his mom never hit me back. So then by that time, I'm like full like, what the fuck?
Right.
So I have.
Were you still in your Beyonce gown?
No, this is days later. I'm still at this point.
Okay.
I'm looking like a crackhead because I'm off no sleep because I can't even sleep properly.
Worried.
I was worried. Then I went into fury and I still couldn't sleep. And then like my thoughts was in my head like, what the fuck happened? Why would he do this? What the hell is this? Then I'm half embarrassed because everybody knew he was coming. So a lot of my friends didn't even hit me up that weekend. It just expected they knew who's going to be with your boo. Because you know
you had plans because you cooked and you had your plane ticket
and there was a plane ticket
and it was an arrival time that was to be expected.
Do you understand? It was a plane ticket.
I understand.
Okay,
I'm with you, girl. I'm with you.
So one of my homegirls knew, and fortunately, it was the one who does all the investigative shit.
Right.
So
perfect. God always have one of those on your team.
Always. So she was like, "Well, I'm gonna call that nigga from Facebook and see if he answers the phone." Like we're tricks at this point. We're gonna reverse dial this nigga and see if he answers the phone. She ended up pulling up his record, did a whole background check, because now we're confused, like how
that's a good friend.
How do you just do this? So now we need to know who we dealing with.
On a nigga.
Yeah, we really,
that's good.
We did
you
a
got a
background
good
check.
friend.
We did a background check.
You got a good friend,
background check
girl.
on that nigga. I'm all on his baby mama page because her page open, trying to see what the fuck she got going on. I don't see him on her shit.
Connect the dots.
I'm all on his friends list and Facebook, clicking random people's pages. I'm on his sister page, his cousin page, his grandmama page. I'm on his high school best friend page.
Right.
I'm on every fucking page out of all them thousands of friends on Facebook. I went to every one of them.
As you should have.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I am on Google. I am on Gmail. I am on the worldwide motherfucking web at this point looking for this nigga. And this is the thing. When somebody's ghosting you, there is a thin line between sane and insanity. And you have to fight to stay sane. You have to fight.
Because you're trying to figure it out.
But in the process of figuring it out, you start being crazy.
Yeah,
you get tuned in into trying to solve this shit like Inspector fucking Gadget. I'm like Harriet the Spy. I'm not Harriet the Spy. Yeah. I'm motherfucking Murder She Wrote.
You got your thing. You got your little magnifying glass.
I'm first 48.
You looking for Detective
bitch. I'm Law and Order. I'm trial, jury, judge, lawyer, investigator, witness. I'm the big motherfucking A.
You pulling up the crime scene.
Girl, ready.
Flashing your light.
It's a thin line between sane and insanity. Well, unfortunately, I crossed to insanity. So here's the thing. Once you call somebody once, you have to stop yourself. Once you get too deep into calling somebody,
at least 8 times.
When you get around 8, you can go to 30. When you get around 30, you can go to 45.
You can just go all night.
You can go all night. Listen, when you get to the 45th phone call, you can go to 102.
You can go all night.
When you get to 102,
it's the next day.
You can go into 1,000.
Right. Smooth.
I call like that. I call to the point where, you ever see them random arrests where they be like, we arrested her because she called him 1,000 times.
That was you.
That was me.
I don't blame you.
I think I could have got a felony for that. That's how many times I called that nigga and left messages because I didn't give a shit.
I've done it.
So by this time I'm home. And I'm already the cousin that got murdered was a really close cousin to me. So I'm already
the whole weekend. So it's a lot of stuff.
I got a lot of emotions already running through me too. And I got this shit. So then I put my focus on that shit because I wasn't even really trying to deal with my cousin. So I signed on to Facebook and his baby mama posted this post damn, can that bitch get a hint? He ain't answering your phone calls, laugh out loud. I went irate. Mind you, now I'm in Florida. So I'm halfway about to look for this bitch. I'm yo, I need to find out who know this hoe.
Drop a pin. What's the location?
Bitch, where's your location at? Do you know who you dealing with? Don't get this shit confused.
Get these hands.
Girl, because she was can you tell Miss Beverly Hills? Because I'm from Windermere, Florida, which is
the Beverly Hills.
Is white people. And I was yo, you tell that bitch that this Windermere bitch will get with it. I'm so irate. I'm steaming, really beaming. So I called my homegirl. I'm yo, we going to the club tonight in Orlando because I'm praying to Mary, Jesus, Jehovah Jireh that I run into this girl and I run into this nigga because it's going to be on. I did not run into them, thank God. So I'm still pissed and I end up flying back to Houston. So we're now on day 7.
Damn, no call, no show.
No. Toni Braxton, 7 whole days. Not a word from you, 7 whole days. I am
7
just about
whole nights.
And I'm just about through. I can't take it, won't take it, can't take it no more. I had about enough of you. I'd rather be on my own. Yes. That's me. So by this time, I'm all right. You still confused because you still need answers. When somebody just ghosts you,
you don't have any closure.
It's just what the fuck happened? You start replaying everything. What did I do?
What was that turning point? What
was the moment? What did I say anything?
Yeah.
This is crazy. And then it's then you start to realize that they're actively avoiding you. So this is intentional at this point. So then it's just I didn't do nothing, no. But then I'm Wayne, I'm coming out of my crazy because it was a good 3 to 4 days where it was insanity, talk.
Yeah.
So I weighing out of my sanity. And this is the thing about ghosting. Niggas who ghost you, I feel have Illuminati behind them. Because the second you're over it and you're just like, all right, that's fucked up. I'm going to move. I got into my Toni Braxton, let it flow.
Yeah, okay.
First thing Monday morning, I'm going to pack these tears away.
Absolutely.
I was like, all right, cool. Bring. Hello? What up?
Bitch.
This day 8. This is literally day 8.
So he knew.
I done came and gone from Florida, nigga. You live right where I was damn near at. Came and gone.
What you doing?
What up?
What up?
Like that. And I'm like, excuse me? And he was like, man, I gotta tell you what happened. So that's the story. I think y'all heard that other story about how I said the nigga told me he went to the insane asylum. He hits me up and says he had a nervous breakdown in Chicago, apparently. And the TSA. I'm just telling you what this nigga told me. I'm just telling you what this nigga told me.
So can you go back to it? Just do. So you
hello.
said ring. Hello.
What up?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, the fuck? And he was like, man, I've been scared to call you because, I don't think you're going to believe me. And I'm like, nigga, what happened? I've been calling you literally for like 1,000 days. You didn't get on the flight. Like, what the figgity fuck happened? I was just in Florida. Like, I was extra irate about that. I had been in Florida for like 3 or 4 days. So he was like, yeah, man. So I was like really stressed out because I really wanted to see you for Valentine's Day. And when I missed my flight, I kind of freaked out at the airport. And, TSA basically put that nigga in a straitjacket and took that nigga to the crazy house. That's basically the story. And I'm like, wait, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, they took my cell phone. I had to wait till my dad, because by this time I think he knew I had contacted his mom. So he was like, yeah, my dad had to fly up to Chicago to come get me, and they wouldn't release my stuff. I had to wait till my dad signed me out, and blah blah. This is legit the story this nigga told me.
So how was what was your demeanor? How were you?
I didn't believe the shit, but
you were just attentively listening.
I was attentively listening, and I didn't believe this shit, but then everything else went through my head because I just refused to believe
that this nigga bought a ticket and sent you confirmation of the ticket.
I refuse
with the arrival time.
Thank you. I just so you understand. And I refuse to believe that you would actively make yourself a part of my life and build this story for it to be a fucking lie.
Because you have boxes packed.
Basically. And I'm not even that type of person. In general, I'm not a fairy tale-ish type of person. Right. So for you to pull me into your story is literally me taking a leap of faith. So now I'm offended because I'm usually don't trust no nigga, no. I live by Kaya rules. So for me to actually be like, okay, well,
damn, this is it.
This is it. I'm about to pop these kids out. I'm about to name them. They about to have matching names.
Right.
Come here, little Cooper. Yeah. Me and
Camille.
Cooper.
Cooper and Camille?
No, it was going to be Cooper Monroe.
Okay.
And Harper London. And I was like, Harper and Cooper was about to be out here popping. And we were going to go to, the thing is, I never want to move back home. But I was like, I had planned a whole future. Because I want the kids to go to the high school we went to. And I'm like, oh my God, that'll be so cute. I'm there.
So, wow.
I'm there.
So he had you.
No, nigga, had is an understatement. Can we find a better word than had? Nigga, got. Nigga, I was got.
Oh, shit.
So we do all that or whatever. He says everything, and so I call my homegirl from back home. She's like, "That's some bullshit," and I'm like, "It is." I'm saying it in my head, but I'm not letting her know I know it's some bullshit. So I roll with it, and we end up talking for another month. But then he pulled that ghosted shit again, and then that was it. Literally, let's say a month later. I remember it might have been April 1st or something. I remember it being early on in before my birthday. And he pulled that ghosting shit, and then that's when I called my homegirl. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing ghosting ass niggas, because if they ghost once, they will ghost twice. And by that time, he ghosted, but then I get a message from his best friend and was like, oh no, his baby mama got his cell phone, that's why he can't call you. And then by that time I hit his baby mama had called me and some extra shit. By that time I had just screenshotted everything and sent it to his mom. And I was like, listen, I don't care what's going on, just tell everybody not to contact me. I don't want any contact with anybody from that side. Nigga, I don't live in Orlando. I'm not by that place. Leave me out of it, basically. And his mom was like, I'm so sorry. I will relay your message. I'm like, thank you so much. You have a blessed life. And that was the end of that.
His name sounds like Deshaun or something.
No, it wasn't. But I mean, like a Tyrone and Craig do shit like that.
Tyrone and
But
Craig
yeah,
do some shit
but
like
you
that.
do, like, when you be getting ghosted, because you be unsure. I remember I literally had this homegirl I knew since middle school. Mind you, we're friendly, like we're Facebook friends.
Yeah.
Her name's Ashara. I called Ashara up because then after he realized I knew he was on Facebook, he blocked me and my homegirl. So I called Ashara up while she was at work. I hit her up because I don't have her phone number. I hit her up. I messaged her on Facebook. She messaged me back, was like, "Oh, bet I'll here's my phone number. I'll look on his page and see if there's anything suspicious for you." Because I'm like, I told her everything that happened. She screenshots the shit for me. This is how this is how deep I was.
No,
she
it's all right.
screenshot the shit. It was like, this is his page right now, because I knew he didn't block her, and I knew he wasn't gonna like alter it so she couldn't see nothing, because she's a non-factor, and he don't know that we
and most guys are stupid.
Yeah, but he hadn't updated his page or nothing like that. So no, it was like that. Like, I'm telling you. So when a nigga, if you're being ghosted, you're on the line of sane and insane.
Yep.
You need to actively stay sane, because let me tell you something about a ghosting ass nigga. They will boom.
Continue.
They will come back like Casper in a minute,
Bitch.
and be like, "Hey." So no.
Yep.
No.
In a heartbeat.
If a nigga ghosts you, take that as a hint. That is a big red flag. Leave that nigga where he
red
at.
flag.
Nope. No.
Ooh, no ma'am.
No.
I haven't ghosted somebody like onto that extreme. I've always like, if I ain't feeling it with somebody, I'll just stop talking.
But I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem with guys who ghost, they pull you in and build this imaginary life with you to ghost you.
Yeah.
Like, I get it if you guys aren't really clicking and then you just happen to not call and then he don't call and then that's that. But if some nigga's actively calling you, you would answer the phone.
Yeah. But then I don't know. Well, yeah, that's kind of like the extreme that I've done ghosting, is if I don't.
So you didn't have a plane ticket?
I never had a plane ticket story. I mean, my ex, he did not show up. Well, that's not really ghosting, because he called me the next morning.
Wait, he did
He
what?
just didn't go home. I didn't know where he was.
Is that when you tried to hit him with the car?
That wasn't that night.
Okay, well.
It was another night. This is when I called him like 1,000 times.
Wow. Felony charges.
No, literally called him back, and I was like till maybe 7 o'clock in the morning.
So when you be calling people back to back, this is the thing. I'm trying to figure out, when can you stop yourself? Do you not need to call one time? Or after one time, you can't call a second time?
I think the
it's like
more
a rabbit hole.
I think after you get to that 5th phone call, they don't answer. That's when it kind of spirals out of control. Because it's like, so you don't want. For me, it's 5.
Okay.
So if I'm on a mission to find an answer to this problem and you're not answering me, and I know that you have your phone next to you.
You know what kills you?
You are going to get so fucking annoyed with me. And this is how I know. Like, I know he put his phone down. He put it face down, and he probably put it on silent. But he got a lot of phone calls that night.
Listen, when I say I call that nigga that week, that nigga
back to back.
I swear, like, Leon County could have arrested me on felony phone call charges. I don't necessarily know how that goes, but I'm pretty sure it was felony-ish.
Yeah, harassment.
Yeah, no, that was correct. No, nigga, I harassed that nigga, and I don't regret it.
And I don't regret it either.
And I left messages, so they'd be like,
ma'am.
Even if I've been like, I don't know, I was butt down that nigga, even though it was 100,000 times.
Yeah,
they'd be like, ma'am, it's still 100 messages.
You left 100 messages,
ma'am. It's 100 messages.
Hey, sometimes you have to do that.
But it's like I'm telling y'all, when y'all be, it's always a point in life where you're at with a nigga. You're at you're at the corner of sane and insane, and you have to actively stay sane, because the second you kind of
go down that rabbit hole.
Listen, I'm like motherfucking dream girl. Step into the bad side.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's me. That's me. Because once I step on the bad side, I'm there.
I'm in it.
I'm pitching the tent.
I'm spending the night.
And somebody gotta come get me. I'm there. I step into the bad side with a 2-step.
Yeah. No, I can't remember anybody doing that specifically, like that kind of like.
Because I just think we need to have a conversation with men about ghosting, because I just really have questions on
like, why do you hype me up
to let me down?
Why? When you could just be honest from jump.
Yeah.
Just be honest with your intentions from jump. You don't, I mean, I
man,
may just want to fuck you.
and a lot of people would just chill with you without the lies. And so I guess that is my frustration too. Because
Yes.
it's like, you didn't have to go this far.
You didn't have, I don't need you to tell me I'm
the
wifey
one.
or
Yeah.
I'm the one. I don't need you to tell me that. If
I was
that's
gonna
not
have
how
sex with you anyway.
I was gonna fuck you
I was
anyway.
definitely gonna have sex with you anyway.
Like, on top, off GP.
Off GP.
Off GP.
I was horny,
gonna fuck
and
you.
I knew you
I was
already.
gonna fuck you anyway.
It's okay. I had room in my body
You
count
didn't-
this year.
Yeah. I only fucked 2 people this year.
Yeah, I'm good.
I have a lot of opportunity
Yeah.
for a new body.
Only fucked 2 people, and we in month 8. We're good.
We're good. But because you, like, I don't need to hear all that fairy tale shit.
Nigga, I sent that
don't.
nigga addresses from Pinterest, bitch. I was at the bottom of the barrel.
I see, that's what and I always tell niggas, just keep it 100. Like, if you don't want a girlfriend, that's okay. That's okay. If you not, but just because we just gotta make it clear, you don't want a girlfriend, please don't expect me to treat you like a boyfriend. I will match. I'm just matching your energy,
And that's all.
That's it.
That's all I ask. Like,
But niggas don't want that.
nigga had me for 7 days acting like Ghostbusters looking for his ass. I was motherfucking Dan Aykroyd. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ghostbusters. That was me, bitch. Around here like Dan Aykroyd looking for that nigga like a Ghostbuster, bitch. Cause I just knew that plane ticket. That plane ticket.
That
was
type
fucking
of was
me.
verification.
That
Like,
plane ticket did
something
something.
was. Yeah, I can see that.
That plane ticket will push me into insanity.
I can definitely see that.
I really need to know.
You know, it's just a lot of fuck niggas out there, girl. There's a lot of fuck ass
And
niggas
then
out there.
and then the thing is, niggas talk you down from the ledge, because I think a lot of people that song or that term, love like you never loved before. Me and my friend were talking about it, and I was like, everybody loves. I think women love. It's a very pure thing for you to love, as if you've never been hurt before.
Yeah.
And I don't know too many people who actually genuinely go into every situation optimistically in new relationships. A lot of people kind of go with, and it might not be like ridiculous baggage,
Right.
but it might be like a
Some
JanSport bag.
hesitation.
Yeah, it's a clutch or something. It's a clutch. It might not be
A wallet.
It's a wallet.
Something.
It might not be a whole rolly bag in a JanSport, but
It's a clutch or a
Somebody
wallet.
goes in because you be like now when a nigga be like will say something like super romantic, like, oh yeah, because we're gonna be together forever. I kind of like side eye nigga, because I had a nigga who had a plane ticket that ghosted me. So I don't.
I'm like that. But I believe in actions. Like, I like action. A nigga can talk me to
A
fucking
nigga had a plane
death,
ticket. How much action was that?
but the nigga didn't show up.
It's just, my God, who does
That's-
that?
Yeah, that. Now that's a hoe ass nigga right there.
Y'all don't fake that nigga.
You should slap the shit out of him for
God
doing that.
damn.
Like, that's fucked up. But you know, like, nowadays when some niggas gas me up on that bullshit, I be like, prove it. Like 2 Sundays ago, this motherfucker called me and was like telling me how much he likes me and that he thinks that we need to be together and blah blah blah, and you know, we just need to just stop playing around. We're not getting any younger. We have a good...
Come on, let's get married. We ain't getting no
we
younger. We might as well do it.
Yes,
Come
just like
on.
that.
Come on,
Just-
Jackie Edge.
Just like
Bitch,
that.
you better.
Talking about you got a cannon, we got a cannon.
You
People
better.
that shoot with the same camera need to be together. Da 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 da.
Y'all have the same hobbies.
We have the same hobbies. We think alike, and you know we can have conversations for hours and blah 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 blah
Come
blah
on,
blah.
emotional and
Blah,
mental
blah,
connection.
blah blah blah. You know, I was scared when I told you that, you know, I didn't want no girlfriend, but you know, I realized that I was just kind of like, I wasn't really over my ex, but you know, I'm over her now, and I'm ready for a real relationship. I said, all right, prove it. I ain't heard from the nigga since.
That nigga ghosted you.
I ain't heard from the nigga since. Prove it. Prove it.
Niggas do.
Prove
Niggas
it.
hype you up to let you down.
But he wasn't hyping me up, because I knew he was just talking that shit. Because to me, I feel like guys, they do all this gassing you up shit, trying to hook you. But you can't hook me, because I know better.
But the thing is, you don't even have to. I just really wish niggas would realize that they don't even have to gas people up and hook people the way they think they have to hook people.
And I feel like that's true. Like,
and I kind of feel like it's a sick game on their part because I think they have to know at this point. I feel like they do know that they can still holler at people and have sex with women without promising,
the moon and the stars.
Yeah, you don't.
Because you don't.
I'm not even asking for the moon and the stars. I'm really just asking
I just want to go out to eat.
I just want 2 Patron margaritas and some crawfish. Like, I'm a simple bitch.
Yeah, I'm simple. Maybe,
moon and stars?
Moon? I don't need that. I don't want that.
Listen, Marion Gilbert told me from a different world. She said, your father promised me the moon and the stars. It was the judge who gave it to me at the end. I believe that. Like, you don't have to promise me shit because I feel like the judge going to give me the moon anyway at the end. So, no, just niggas just lie.
Just be cool.
Just be cool.
Just tell your truth.
Don't use your Photoshop and make plane tickets. I just...
Bitch! Oh my God, he made a Photoshop and made a plane ticket, bitch. He Googled plane tickets.
But he had his name on it though.
You can do that. Photoshop.
I just refuse to see, and a part of me still just wants to refuse to believe
it's
a nigga.
Like a nigga will go so much out of his way
to ghost you,
to lie. When all you have to do is just tell the truth.
The thing is, you could have said I couldn't.
I can't go.
I can't go out of. I wouldn't say
my baby mama tripping. She won't let me see my son.
use your kids.
I want to use your kids.
Use your kids.
Shit, that's what they're there. That's what they're there for.
Go ahead and use them bitches.
I want to see my son.
Where's my daddy? I want to see my daddy.
I hate you. I hate you too, little nigga.
I want to see my daddy. Me too, baby. Me too. Oh my
Jody.
Yvette and Jody were such terrible people.
Let me see my son. I want to see my son.
You gotta get away from here, Jody. I'm gonna call the police. Let's Snoop move in that whole goddamn apartment. She ought to be ashamed of herself.
Oh, Jody ass niggas out here.
Oh, Jody ass niggas. Jody? My little baby Jody? That nigga said Jody ass niggas out here. Jody.
I want to see my son ass niggas.
Jody, when I say I hate you, what I really mean to say is I love you. You just scare me sometimes, like we not gonna be together.
God.
We always gonna be together in case I get killed or something. Don't you say that. Don't you ever say that. I'll lose my mind if something happened to you. Like, girl, Jody
all the while, he just sent a bitch a fake Photoshop plane ticket.
All the while, that nigga done told me he was coming. Ain't that a goddamn bitch? You about to make me find this nigga on Facebook and cuss him out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
that was a good
was
story.
That's a terrible story.
It's a good story for.
And the fact that shit, you want to be like, oh, that shit happened like 10 years ago. No, bitch, that shit literally happened this morning.
God damn, man.
That shit is
right. We all lose. We all take L's. It's okay. I've been duped before.
That's a good word for it. I was duped.
I've been duped.
I was. No, and it was like to the point where even my homegirl, because I had like 2 homegirls fighting the case for this nigga the entire time, like prior to the plane ticket and, the insane asylum and all that. I had 2 friends fighting for that nigga, and they literally took it real hard too, because they was just like, yo, that nigga was lying that whole time. Like, they really felt some way. It's like, that nigga duped y'all too. Y'all ain't shit. I need better friends. Like, where's your third eye, ho? Like,
where's your third eye? Your third eye wasn't activated?
You supposed to be watching my back. Like, I'm supposed to be the one falling. Y'all supposed to be catching me.
Dog.
You niggas fail with me.
Where's your third eye?
Your third eye at, bitch. Oh, I needed some new friends. I'm about to call it cuss their ass out in the morning and tell them about this. God.
Well, it's a good lesson, and hopefully some of our listeners will take that lesson.
Don't trust plane tickets.
Don't trust a plane ticket. You get that email confirmation. Nowadays, we got email. Don't let a nigga screenshot a plane ticket.
Listen, the only thing I would say, because this is just going to be some shit, because niggas go through great lengths. That nigga probably did. He had money, so he probably did buy a plane ticket just to ghost me. That's very possible, too. I believe that. He had coins.
Did it have a return flight on there?
Yeah. It was a plain fucking, it was a confirmation. It wasn't no like fake ass ticket. I flew enough to know, and it was the airline I fly all the time. But so in short, if a nigga ghosts you, listen, Toni Braxton's 7 Whole Days is a song about ghosting. We didn't have a word for it then, but Toni was letting us know then. If you dealing with a nigga and he ghosts you,
7 whole days.
let that nigga go.
7 whole nights.
And I just about through. And don't be just be through. Be through. Be for real.
Because if they do it once and you let them get away with it,
they gonna do it. And then too, you have to remember a lot of niggas come back. I haven't had this happen to me. I mean, I've been ghosted, but I've heard people come back and say like they were going through some traumatic situation.
Yeah, no,
so
you
they
can't
kind
come
of
back.
they kind of went into themselves, and that's why they weren't talking to anyone. And it's like, this is the thing. You need to leave him alone anyway, because that's a communication issue.
Yep.
And you don't want to
And
deal
that's
with no
another
nigga.
red flag.
That is a definitely red flag. You don't want to deal with no nigga who can't talk about his feelings. So every time, listen, life is hard. It's always going to be some shit happening. So you telling me every time some shit happening,
you go and ghost?
You finna be Groundhog's Day under the ground and shit? I got to wait for you to pop up? No, ma'am. I don't have the time.
Nope.
So no, especially when niggas say I was going through a lot. Nigga, the only a lot I want to hear is your mama died. Like, that's about the only time I'll be like, okay.
Or your grandma.
Oh, I'll give your grandma too. And if you close to your daddy. But honestly, if when a nigga say he going through something, that nigga wasn't going through shit. Like, I'm sorry. Nigga, shit happens.
That's the biggest lie. But that's the biggest lie though. When a nigga say I've been going through some things, what was it?
What was it?
What was it?
I mean, my boss, bitch. Everybody don't like their boss. Like, what? What are you talking about?
That is that's the number one red flag. When
No.
a nigga tell you I'm just going through some things,
Let that nigga go.
That is a lie.
Let a nigga go through some things by himself. And one thing, niggas are codependent as hell. I don't know too many niggas that don't lean on somebody when they got some shit going on. So if you
True.
ghosting me, who the fuck
you leaning on? Who is you leaning on?
Really? Because I've never met a single nigga for real. Like, and when I mean I never met a single nigga, he might not have a girlfriend, but he has a girlfriend-like situation going on. Like, he's still messing with his baby mama, or he's still messing with his ex-girlfriend, or he's doing something. I've never met a man, and I'm pretty sure there's some out there, but I personally, and looking at my friends, have never met a man who didn't have somebody in the wings just in case.
Of course. I think all men have that.
Yeah,
I think all men have that.
When you're being ghosted,
there's somebody in the wings.
Somebody in the wings looking at nigga wounds or something. I just refuse to believe this nigga.
When you start getting them good morning texts, somebody
else got it. Somebody else got your text. That's how, listen, a good morning text get a nigga fucked up.
Somebody else got it for sure.
So, in short, leave these ghosting ass niggas alone. Don't let nobody Casper you.
No, and don't let them come back.
And don't be no Ghostbuster. I was out here being a Ghostbuster, bitch. Fighting crimes, looking for ghosts. Don't do it.
Bitch said I'm fighting crimes, looking for ghosts.
That was. I had my friend strapped up too, bitch. Get your suit on.
Slimer.
Get your suit on, bitch. We gotta find this ghost. Cause this nigga gone. We gonna find this ghost.
This week we got a letter.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Hey, so this is Moesha's diary. So it says, hey, I got one thing I'm recovering from. Spoiled relatives. I have been helping a relative that has been suffering from financial issues, and I'm ready to cut them off. I've helped them to the point that I'm becoming an enabler. I'm not able to do what I need to do. Finish college, get a vehicle. How do I tell them that I'm done helping? I've spoken to the relative before, but I believe that I'm going to have to be a bit more drastic to show them I'm serious.
I always say this, and I mean this. This is my life philosophy. Self-preservation is the first law of the jungle. If you can't take care of yourself, how can you take care of other people? Now, I think it's okay to be nice and help when you can, but your survival for self is more important than helping another person, because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of somebody else in a healthy, non-toxic, non-manipulative way. So I think that conversation needs to be had, like, hey, this is it. I need a car. I need to finish school. This is not about, I'm upset with you or I don't love you, but I need to take care of me first. Because if I can't take care of me, then I'm suffering. And that's what you're doing. You're suffering for somebody else that can now if this person is maybe paraplegic or
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying that's an extreme thing.
Yes.
But I mean, if they can't
you
work,
extreme.
but I'm just I got to think like that because I don't know the circumstances behind why this person is not able to get on their feet. But perhaps if they're paraplegic, maybe there's some disability benefits that they can apply for that they would probably get. Are they a veteran? I don't know. I'm trying to offer some advice. Can they apply for some veteran assistance, disabilities, Social Security, something that could help them through their financial cul-de-sac? I've been there. I'm in there. I'm in a financial cul-de-sac myself, so I understand.
So this one is about you.
Sometimes you need a helping hand, but how much is too much? I would never overextend myself to say, hey, I need this. No, I'm going to get on my feet. I'm going to ask for enough to get on my feet. Therefore, I think that you, my friend, need to cut that cord. If you've been hashing out money for a certain amount of time and you don't see no progress in their situation, that's not your fault. You've done what you can. You've been a blessing. God is going to repay you back. But, again, self-preservation is the first law of the jungle. So if you're not out here living your best life, how can you support somebody else living? Nah, it's not going to happen.
So, yeah. I remember when Kobe Bryant retired from the Lakers, he wrote a letter. I can't remember if it was like for Sports Illustrated or if it was for like Vogue or something. But he wrote a letter to his old self. And in his letter, he made a point to say, in regards to family, that he would not have been an enabler. He would have helped them be better for themselves versus giving them everything they needed. Kind of like that old saying, give a man a fish, he eats for the night. Teach a man a fish, he eats for a lifetime. So I think both of those apply to you. You can't keep helping a person because you do become an enabler and then you can't become an enabler where you can't even take care of yourself.
Right.
When you're on a plane, they tell you to put your mask on first and then help the person
else, right.
And that even go for your kids. So if your 2-year-old's on the flight with you, put your mask on and then help your child. So you need to put your mask on first. If you can't, okay, so you don't graduate. What that do for you and the person you helping? Nothing.
Your person that you helping is getting the help. But
you're not getting
that help.
So you don't have a car. Who that's helping? You need a car. So sometimes you do have to put yourself first. And it's not all the time, and it's not selfish. People sometimes have you thinking it's selfish to put yourself first.
No.
It's not selfish to put yourself first. And as far as I'm concerned, actions speak louder than words. You've already told this person before that you can't help them. So now you're in a space where just don't help them.
Yeah.
That's it. There ain't no tricks to that, ain't no magic to that, ain't no Illuminati behind that. Just don't help them. Hey, and if you want to still give them some time, hey, I can help you this month. This is officially my last month, and I can't do anything else for you because I'm not helping myself.
Right.
And the thing is, they can't help you either.
Right.
So both of y'all just shooting the holes in the boat. Like, girl, what? Who wants to be in a sinking boat? So no, you've already had. If it was me, I already had the conversation. So the next conversation will be, I'm not helping you.
I can give you a list of resources.
Then, hey, Indeed's always there. Google's always there.
A list of good resources.
Google's always there. But if you're a bit nicer than, I would be, you could give them another couple of weeks or another month. I don't know how your financial situation is going with you helping them. I don't know if you're giving them money every week or bi-weekly or whatever. But, hey, this is the last date. I'm giving you money. I cannot help you.
Yeah.
And that is that.
And there's nothing mean about it. It's nothing.
If you're on a boat, would you give somebody your life jacket?
And you can't swim?
Bottom line, no. Sometimes you can't. You can't compromise yourself to help other people.
Because they'll keep taking and taking and taking until you have nothing left.
I talk about Adrianna a lot.
I've been watching
for
her.
Fix My Life.
Yes.
But one thing she did say, because some of that stuff be super dramatic, and I be cracking up.
I love what she does.
And then she just stops. One thing she said, probably last season, this was this wasn't actually her show. This was like a little special, her and Oprah masterclass, I believe it was called. She said, the quote is, "My cup runneth over." Mm-hmm. She said, everything that's outside the cup is for everybody else. Everything in the cup is for you. Mm-hmm. So that quote, "My cup runneth over," you can't help nobody until your cup is full. And it doesn't sound like your cup is, it don't even sound like you got no ice in your cup at this point. So you don't have nothing in your cup. You can't help other people. Everything that runs out your cup is for the world.
Everybody, yeah.
That's for whomever. But your cup needs to stay full for yourself, for your sanity, for your life, for your future.
Preach it.
No, I just, if you want to give them another month, fine. But you need to, the conversation needs to be, I've already told you that I cannot help. This is the last day I'm helping. I still love you. I can help you with anything that's not monetary. And that be that.
Self-preservation is the first law of the jungle, honey. That's the that on that.
You see how Scar did them niggas.
Gone. He knocked that brother off the cliff. Okay?
Self-preservation.
Self-preservation, honey.
But yeah, so that's that on that. Well, guys, this has been great.
I'd like to give a couple of shout-outs.
Sure.
So, I had, I don't want to go too deep into her story, but I had a nice, it was very heartfelt DM from Miss Angel Adele 0107, and she basically told me her story. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but it was a very it made me cry, to say the least. And basically I've known her since childhood, so grew up in Corpus Christi. And something happened to her that was...
Oh, you know her.
Yeah. So, the situation happened to her, and basically she just thanked me for being nice to her. And it really kind of got me thinking about how, people really just need to be...
acts of kindness.
Really nice to each other, because we don't know what other people are going through. And a lot of people are suffering in silence, and we don't know how much a hug or a smile or, "Hey, I like your outfit," or "Your hair is bomb as fuck." We don't know how much those can help people. And basically she said that I hugged her, and mind you, I hugged her, like, this story happened like years ago, and she remembered that, and she just was just like, "I just want to thank you for that hug, because that really helped me." And so again, I just think it's just really important for everybody to just give a handshake, give a high five, a hug to somebody, even if, we just don't know what people are going through or suffering in silence with. And, this world is so weird and fucked up, and, we just don't know. So it's always good to be kind to people and be nice and, share a good compliment. And also shout out to the guys of What They Talking About podcast. I know they listen, and I would consider them a male version of us, because they talk about some really crazy things like we do. And some of their statistics are a little off, and I wonder where they get it from. But nonetheless, shout out to those guys. If y'all have time, go listen to them. I believe they post their show every Wednesday on all...
Listen to them after podcasts. You listen to us.
But listen to them after you listen to us. After you listen to them.
You out here giving I don't want to sound like a bitch, but...
No, but, shout out to them. They're cool guys. They, they're good. They're good. Well, they're good
since
folks.
We're giving shout outs, J Duchess, I see you, girl. You stay in our comment section. I live. And M Yinsu, we had a very interesting conversation. Believe women, be a survivor, Don't
believe women.
Don't let these niggas break you down, girl. And Eckerd's official to freedom! Figured you would like that. So catch us next week. We'll be out. We'll be popping. Thanks for everybody who comments and likes on our Instagram. And since I just mentioned that, Recovering Party Girls on Facebook and Instagram, Party Girls Pod on Twitter. I am Natoya Ebony on all social media. You can write into Recovering Party Girls letters at Gmail. If you have just a question, you can do Recovering Party Girls at Gmail as well.
And I'm Miss Cool in the City. Y'all know who the fuck I am.
Ooh, Jesus.
I know. I'm sorry.
That was aggressive.
Y'all may not know who I am, but my name is Miss Cool.
Miss Cool underscore
the letter N in the city.
Oof. Be humble, young grasshopper.
Get well, Granny. Y'all pray for my grandma. She's in the hospital, man. I'm worried about her. Y'all pray for my granny, man.
All right. Prayers up, friends. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.